Hello, my name is Ilona and today it's Tuesday, April 11th, 2023, and I just wanted to talk about my video yesterday. I mentioned something in the end. Don't be afraid of all these articles that mention that they're going to put things in our food, in our water supply. They've been doing that for a while now. I see this just as fear-mongering. I don't believe they are capable of doing that. They would have done that already. I even looked at it in the past and it doesn't resonate with me. But it's very important to realize if those articles still, create fear in you, to start healing, to look inside of yourself and feel through that fear. That's really a good opportunity to heal that part. Also, really be aware of where you get your food. See if you can get it locally. Here in the Netherlands, we can actually, get a lot from the farmers themselves, from markets. Just see if that's possible and if it's in your budget. Realize that most of the things in the supermarket really isn't food at all. And they've been fooling around with our food for a very, very long time. So always see what's possible, something locally. Maybe you can cooperate with people and getting stuff through the internet. There are farmers also selling things on the internet, at least here in the Netherlands. Again, I'm not sure in the rest of the world, but it's very important to just see what your options are and to realize that the food that we've been eating for quite some time isn't good to begin with. Also, of course, the fear that they're going to put that messenger that's in the stinks, and that's the real issue. The messenger in our bodies that create things, unless of course you're not stinked, because then you didn't get the messenger. The messenger creates these proteins, and the proteins create, of course, heart failure, blood, how do you say this? Blood clots, things like that. That's the protein, but the protein is created and keeps getting created because of the messenger. So there's a messenger sent in, and that gives the message to the body to just create those proteins. Keep doing that. Not everyone that's gotten the sting has gotten, of course, the same batches or the same things. There were placebos there as well. So it's really very difficult to tell who got what, but usually when people are experience health issues they can't really explain, it most likely has to do with, of course, the proteins. And with shedding, people that haven't got the sting could be damaged by the proteins as well, although those proteins will leave the body. There's no messenger there, so the proteins don't keep multiplying. They can still do damage to your body if your immune system isn't up where it should be. So see if you can supplement and believe in your own strength. That's the most important part. The stronger we feel, the better we work with our own energies and using our own energy for ourselves, not for those articles, and not get dragged away with all these manipulation things happening in the media. If we really focus our energy, use it for ourselves, we can heal so much. I believe we can truly heal anything, but we're still working through the process of really becoming ourselves, stepping into our authority. So we still have to peel away some layers. We're all in the process. So if you do need supplements to support yourself, see what resonates with you, see what feels good to you. I also wanted to mention that in another video, that the messenger is not capable of staying like in mother milk for a very long time. There was a study that a mother that actually got stinged, that the mother milk will have this messenger for like 45 hours. So of course the baby can unfortunately get the messenger that way as well. But after that it disappears, and then you of course have the proteins. We can be very damaging as well. But this shows that it cannot really remain in there. And I'm sure there are other research about this in maybe blood, and I'm not sure if it can remain there for very long. The proteins, yes, but really the messenger and keeping it intact, because it's all also dependable on the temperature. Because we also here in the Netherlands had the issue that the stings weren't kept at a certain temperature, very low temperature, and so they had to throw it away because it wasn't useful anymore. So just to picture this, if they really were capable of doing it, first of all, they would have done it by now. And second of all, they will have to like get a cow or a chicken, put the sting in there, and within like 45 hours, the cow and the chicken have to be completely slaughtered. And of course, someone has to already eaten the meat from that, or the chicken, or, you know, whatever it is. So it's very highly unlikely. To me, it doesn't resonate, so I'm not going to pay that much attention to it, but I just wanted to mention that. And some very sickening news came out, and that was about the Dalai Lama. It was even in the Dutch media. It was really worldwide about this video. And he apologized about a video, showed him asking a boy to suck his tongue. You hear that correctly. I've seen the video and it's just awful. It's sickening. But this is necessary for people to truly see what's been going on in religions, in all these, Buddhism, things like that, New Age. There have been so much infiltration going on, and all these puppets are kept there, and a lot of things are going on, a lot of dark energies. So this is purposely leaked, and it's really shown, and there's really not much you can, he is apologizing, the Dalai Lama, and saying that it's just a playful manner. There's nothing playful about that. And anyone with eyes can see that. So I just wanted to see what the energy is. To me, this feels like this has to do with disclosure. This has to do with things coming out about all these puppets, especially also in the religion part. That doesn't mean that there's anything wrong just with the Buddhism or the things you can, take from it, what resonates with you. Everywhere there's been manipulations, in every religion, New Age, there have been manipulations. So it's very important to really see what resonates with you. Take from it what you can use, what feels good for you, and what is useful. There is truth, of course, in everything, and but it's been twisted and manipulated. So it's very important that really you follow your own inner compass in who you listen to and what information you really take in and what information you just let be for what it is. So the cards I got for the Dalai Lama is the Two of Swords. I have the Hanged Man as the central card. I have the Ace of Pentacles in the past. So to me, this is like a yes, there's more coming out. We have the Temperance card underneath the Hanged Man. And for the near future, we have the Five of Swords and the Three of Pentacles. To me, this card was already yesterday in the reading for this week. Well, this is very sickening energy. I already mentioned that yesterday, so I think a lot of things are going to come out, and this is part of it. This is sickening. This is about the abuse of power. This is about really, I just watched it and my stomach turned. Just sickening. And it's important that people see this. And more is going to come out. We have the Three of Pentacles, so people are working behind the scenes to let more of these things come out. This was actually from February 28th. So it's very interesting. It's now actually being circulated, but it's done on purpose. People need to see this. People need to have a new perspective on all these people they put on pedestals and they look up to and they see as these wise men, these playful old men when there's nothing playful about them. And really, they are very sick. And people need to understand that. People need to change their perspective about things. This is about healing. This is about what's been going on with children for a very, very long time. In all kinds of religions and things like that. There have been a lot of horrific things happening and people need to see this. So this is about healing. And you can only heal what you see, what you, experience. Maybe not personally in that way, but at least people need to see it. So then things can heal. If people don't see it, if people don't change their perspectives and still look at them in a certain way, things will not land and things cannot be healed. And there will be people who do not want to see this, who will defend this man and this action. You see the blindfold. They don't want to see, they don't want to know, but that's their choices to make. But really, as humanity, we need to see what's going on. And more things are going to come out. More and more things are going to come out. So I'll just have to see, because I also did another card reading on the central bank digital currency. I've looked at it, I think, a couple of months ago, and I was just like, well, this is not going to happen. Things are changing. I actually saw a clip from Tucker Carlson this morning talking about, apparently in the European Union, they want everything above €1,000, that's not possible to pay in cash, and that really things are going to come out about this cashless thing they want. And I think that's important. We also notice here in Europe, more and more people are against this. They want to keep cash. It's very important that we understand that we should not give cash away. We really need to be focusing on that we have something in our hands, because obviously when this digital euro, in this case euro, but it's going to be worldwide, like a digital currency, they just want to use it to fully control us. And the energies and the cards I got for this energy is, first of all, the High Priest. The central card is the Seven of Pentacles. And again, we have this card, so suitable, the Five of Swords. And also this card, the Three of Pentacles underneath the Seven of Pentacles. And for the future, we have the Sun and the High Priestess. And again, especially with the Sun and the High Priestess, this feels like this is not going to happen. This is too much joy, and we're not going to be very joyful when this would actually be put into action. And the High Priestess tells me we'll be more living from our intuition, but also people will be more aware. More things will come out, more scandals concerning this. But this is from the dark energies, the High Priest. This is dark energy. They want to, they don't have any money anymore. So this is a perfect way for them, at least that's how they see this solution, to start fooling around with numbers and things like that so they can create money again. It's not going to happen, especially with this card, because this is patience, like not much is going on. It's not going to be here tomorrow. And like I've mentioned, there are a lot of initiatives against giving up cash. People are actually, no, we don't want that. I believe we had one supermarket here in the Netherlands. They opened up a cashless supermarket. I think it's closed now because nobody stepped foot in there. And that's the way you should do it. Don't participate with these things. Keep cash alive. And then, of course, we have the Three of Pentacles. To me, this feels like the dark energies are trying to still push this through. But I also see this card as the white hats working on their own plan to make sure this doesn't happen. Of course, you can interpret things the way, of course, you want to. I know a lot of people still like, well, this is going to be pushed through. I don't see it happening. I don't feel that this is going to be pushed through. People are really understanding more and more what's going on. I clearly feel the change has already happened. And I understand there are, of course, people living in surroundings where people are not waking up, but a lot of people are understanding something is wrong and we shouldn't accept this. So to me, like I said, patience. So I'm not sure what's really going on. I don't think they can push this through. They would have done it by now. If they really had that power, they could have done it 2-3 years ago when everything was going on. They tried to get people stepping away from cash because that could have to do with what's been going on the past 3 years, and you could, be infected with things. And they really tried to push it. Like, we need to get rid of cash, and they could have pushed it through if they actually had that power, and they would have done it by now. This would have already been there. That's really the feeling I'm getting with all these plans and all these things that are coming out. They would have done it by now if they still had that power. So to me, that's not going to happen. I'd like to leave it at this, and I hope to see you in another video. Bye.